Hello, hello. Just get myself settled here. Hey, what's up, my dudes? Hopefully everything sounds alright. I've been making changes. Never a great idea. But here we are. Right. Oh, really? Yeah, I think for me it was like something I ate for dinner. Just didn't sit very well with me, unfortunately. Thankfully it wasn't anything crazy. Um, I heard there was a session for this league. Maybe it's hosted. PRL? Scared to even join it. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it was a fun race, man. It it, it's honestly just super strange to do a race for a change and not like be paying attention to chat and other things. Not like I've been doing it forever, but it was weird. It was really weird for sure. Where is there's a password on this. I don't know what the password is. Totally the best one so far this season to me. Yeah, totally agree, man. I felt locked in. Like I definitely felt locked in. All right, so portion 11. Let's see if we can guess the password. Nope. They didn't like post anything about this. So like what the hell's the password? Uh, hmm. Hold on, let me figure this out. I'm like lost here. Yeah, I felt, but I agree with you totally. That race was like super good, super fun. Was really pushing. I was really trying to make up that early gap, and that that did not help. That did not help, unfortunately. I feel like I just destroyed my tires doing that, which was not cool. All right, I gotta find this. I guess I could just ask, where is the password? What am I doing? What are we doing? What's the hosted session password? I didn't even know they did these, to be honest. So that's pretty cool. It's not going to help if I can't figure out what the password is. Questions. Too many daggone. Just too many things. Too much stuff. Too many discords. Too many channels. Especially when you have like a big league like PRL. They have a lot of different things. It's like different categories, and the vast majority of it is not relevant for me at all. Different roles. Got the right role. I feel like it would have been posted somewhere. I just don't know where the hell it is. Or like an announcement says session live. But I don't see anything. PRL announcements. Nothing in there for like a month. Oh. Yeah, just kind of like reiterating what you were saying. Like, just felt like a great race. It really did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was just, one thing I was saying, it was just super interesting to like run a race where I wasn't on camera, I wasn't talking to anybody, I wasn't trying to read chat. Like, it was nice to just focus focus on the driving. Which, that's what I do too with the big endurance races. And it's just different. Like, I feel like I can like lock in. And I definitely do that. Dude, that was the most annoying shit ever. That was so frustrating. So a lot of that was me hitting the button, like trying to figure out like, is it actually going to come? And I'm on the relative, the black box, looking at it too, like, is it gonna come? Just like, I think if it had been about 15 more minutes, it would have actually rained, but it was about that far off. Um, yeah, I couldn't believe it. Let's try. Nope, that's not it. Come on, y'all. It's kind of shocking that like there's a password protected session for practice, which I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah. I actually should go back. I should have done a counter or something in the video of how many times he said that. And granted, I was asking for the information quite often, but still, like, the first time he said it by himself, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even consider that as an option. And once he said that in the middle of the race, I was like, oh, you have my attention. And I was actually really hoping it was going to happen. Because once those first, 4 or 5 guys just kind of like, no, I don't. But once those first like 4 or 5 guys got off and broke the draft, and we were kind of like in little small groups, I was like, the only thing that's gonna get me back into this race is some rain. So I was really hoping that it was gonna happen because I thought it would have thrown a pretty interesting wrench into the whole thing. Um, but unfortunately, it didn't. And I still made up time. I mean, the pit stop was good for me. I made up time at the pit stop. Um, yeah, I thought my pace was pretty good. Unfortunately, I should go back and look at the laps. Let me do that while I wait for this session that may or may never show up. Let me do this real quick because I'm super curious. Yeah, it's funny, I've never actually liked Monza that much. Like, I like it, but not like love it. But man, this week, the races I've done there, I've really enjoyed. Like, I feel like I've actually found some pace there. And nice. Yeah, it's definitely a cool track. Just never been a big one for me. But this week, it's just felt great. I don't know why. But I felt like I've had good pace. I think that's definitely part of it. But yeah, tomorrow night, that's a whole different beast for sure. But last night, more competitive for me. Man, I wish it had rained. That'd have been cool. Would have given me a chance. First and last. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, Parabolica is definitely a unique corner for sure. I feel like finally, like, I actually kind of figured it out a little bit last night. But yeah, I had some issues with pace there towards the end, and then I started messing with my brake bias, and that definitely helped me out. But so yeah, looking at some of these 48.8, so some 48s, low 49s. I mean, these are all really close. Then just 2 tenths or so. That was a great lap. Great lap. Must have had some draft. I don't remember. Pit. And came right back out, 49.1. This is where it started to get a little sloppy. 49.1, 49.4, 48.9. Yeah. And then finally got good at the end again. I don't know, I actually thought that they were a little bit worse. I thought some of my times were a little bit worse in the second stint. Actually, it's not bad. Just a little inconsistencies with these two. And then obviously here, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I mean, those are some pretty consistent lap times, I'd say. Certainly felt pretty good about it. Yeah, I think I was over driving, right? Like, I think I was just getting to this place where I was like kind of desperate to try to make up some time. And there was this one guy too, or like towards the end of that race, that like he was almost in draft distance, and it was like if I could just get a little bit closer. And so I think I just started pushing a little too hard and overdriving a little too much, and ironically losing more time than if I had just taken it normally. Yeah, I don't think I adjusted for the wear very much. I should have backed those braking markers up a touch, but it's tough. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's tough in the moment. It's tough in the moment. It's like it's so easy. I actually went back and watched that race today, and because I like to watch my stuff to see what I can make better. But I watched it today, and it was just like if you could tell yourself, if I could like reach through the screen and be like, "Hey, dummy, like just relax a little bit." I probably would have been in those mid 48s more often and probably could have caught somebody. But yeah, it's a good finish. It's a good race. I mean, certainly enjoyed it. And it was nice. It was nice to just be able to truly lock in and just do my thing. So, all right, I'm not getting anywhere on this session. I can certainly just do my own, but I don't think they've updated it yet. Row. Oh, I guess that's probably better for y'all. Yeah, it's not in here yet. This is where I was, but it's only got Road America in there. So, not sure. We'll find out. But I mean, that was a good finish, so this is still going to be my drop week. And then I finished better than Road America, so that'll be helpful. And then for this one, I'm down in 11th for the amateur group. And I'm kind of kicked myself. I guess maybe I couldn't have. Maybe this was the race at Watkins Glen, and maybe the race was basically over. No, I definitely could have finished this race and given myself a better position. I kind of regret not doing that at this point. But yeah. And this one, honestly, I mean, depending on who finishes and starts, and people are gonna inevitably fall off. This has 9 rounds in it, right? So like people are gonna fall off. I'd like at least a top 10 in the amateur class. It'd be really nice if I could focus closer to like a top 5 for the amateur class. But we'll see how that one goes. But for Broken Wing, I'm basically gunning for a top 5. That's my goal there. So, what do you do during the off season of these leagues? Or they don't have? So they don't really have an off season. So the way iRacing works is you have you have 12 weeks, 12 official weeks in the season. Let me see if I can bring up. It's like if you just think about like an official series, GT Sprint, go to the schedule, so you can see we have week 1 all the way down to week 12, right? And so this is predetermined. And then you have week 13, which I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but week 13 is just kind of like, oh, they just gave me the password. Hold on. Let me see. So week 13 is just silly week. It doesn't count for anything until the next week starts, and it's week 1 of the next season, right? So the Broken Wing League is actually, I think, pretty smart. So they do 2 seasons in 1 iRacing season. So they actually just released their schedule for next season. Let me see if I can find it real fast. Freaking. I've got everything muted. It's like I can't see all this stuff. Follow the category. Nah, I just want that. I'll bring it up real fast. So here, hopefully that's pretty visible. Let me take a look for myself. Yeah, quite nice. Change this while I got it going. Rip. So this is the Broken Wing group. I guess I can make it even bigger. But basically, yeah, they're going to start their season like immediately after. I don't even think there's a break week, to be honest. Let me look real fast. So, yeah, there's no break. So we basically, the Broken Wing League finishes next Sunday night at Le Mans. That's the 21st of April. And then the next week is race 1 of the next season at Spa. So these guys don't take a break. We're going to go straight into the next race. PRL is a little bit different. So PRL, they go 9 weeks. And I think, which one was number 1? They don't complete this entire schedule, but they take a break for a couple weeks until the next season starts. So that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, champion gets to choose the track, which is pretty cool. And considering we kind of know who the champ's going to be, he's already picked Bathurst. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the one. Porsche. So yeah, anywho, all good things. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. It's not actually too bad to pass there. It's obviously tough on the mountain, but you've got the downhill section that's pretty reasonable. But yeah, qualifying is just critical either way. So yeah. How's the stream quality look tonight? I actually changed the bit rate since I'm just doing YouTube right now. Should be really good, I would hope. If I got to pick, what would be my choice? That is a phenomenal question. Looks fine. Cool. Monza R1. That's a great question.
Give us a few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
Alright, cool. Let me make sure all this is straight. I don't know. I'm trying to think, man. I'd probably pick something boring like Spa. Daytona could be cool, actually. Yeah, that could be cool. Daytona would be fun. Like Daytona at night. Spa. Suzuka. I'd pick Portimao if it wasn't already on the schedule. I love that place. Road Atlanta, always a favorite. Something like that. Probably one of those. Just depends on what the schedule. Yeah, Daytona night is great. I just love the 24-hour race. All right, what are these? Oh my God, dudes are doing some pretty quick times. Good grief. Oh, I always forget. So this was more of a problem when I only had one active pedal. A little bit less of a problem now that I have two of them. But there's this thing where when you first turn them on, like they're not active, which is kind of ironic, but you have to go into the software and click a button to like turn them on. And you otherwise when you press it, it just goes all the way down like there's nothing there. So when I didn't have the brake, or when I didn't have the throttle worked, you know, the other one just worked. So then you would like come out of a session, hit the brakes, and nothing happens. You're like, oh shit. At least now I can't even hit the throttle. But I don't know. My guess is maybe they have more history. Like this is the first time I've done this league. So maybe it's that. Maybe they just know it because they've done this league for multiple seasons or something. I didn't even know they had a session until somebody was talking in the Discord like, hey, it doesn't look like it's going to have weather. Or tomorrow's race might have weather. So I didn't even know they did these. Probably should announce them. But this should be basically the conditions for tomorrow night. Somebody was, like I said, somebody was like, hey, doesn't look like it's going to have rain. And it should. If you can get those, some of those chicanes down here, makes this place much better. Or more enjoyable, at least. So we'll do a couple laps, take a gander at the VRS telemetry, compare it against Coach, try to learn a little something. I did notice in Ascari last night that early in the stint I was doing a good job of lowing it down at the first apex. Rip. Oh shit, I screwed that up completely. But as we got deeper into the stint, I was carrying way too much speed into the first apex and it would just throw everything off. Like the third apex, I was like sliding through instead of hitting the bump like I want. It was tragic. Man, can you believe we hit 700 subscribers on YouTube today? That blew my mind. I felt like just the other day I made a post about hitting 500. It's pretty cool. Yeah, dude, thank you, thank you. I feel like I didn't even do anything, I'm just playing games, recording it. Just doing what I would normally be doing. Too much. Oh wow, I can't believe that wasn't something. 702, yep. Pretty awesome. I should probably find the off tracks, those two exits. It's just, yeah, true. Just playing my old simulator video game. One thing I did not do this week was watch the VRS video. Probably should have. Too early. Yeah, I guess I got enough grip right now. It's almost 19 degrees. 48.9. It's not bad. E7. Yeah, losing a little bit of time. Just under 2/10 up from my last lap. There. Losing time. Gaining time. Damn, pretty much right on it with that one. So about a quarter of a second better. Slid through that a little bit. Yeah. See, that happens pretty quick. That's a good question. Honestly, I don't. I should probably come up with one. But for me, it's just comfort. Race, Jared, race 2 on Discord. You want to chat? I just want to find some comfort, honestly. So no, nothing really. I think the biggest thing here for me is just trying to find some time. Like, these dudes are just so much faster than me. Like, you can see here, I mean, I'm, you know, a second off for sure. Harley knows. You have a teammate for league, and can you draft in quali, or is it the same? Where is it same in normal lobby where you can just run? Okay, yeah, good question. So yeah, this league does open qualifying sessions, so you can draft. And I guess I don't know if, you know, I don't know if they'll be upset if people do that, quite frankly. I haven't been in this league long enough to really know. But yeah, you definitely can draft. I mean, I was doing it last night in the other league race, and it certainly made a big difference, as you would imagine. But it was really important. Like, you know, in Formula One, they'll try to get a really good draft here, like on the front straight or the back, going to the parabolica or whatever. I noticed last night that just wasn't enough. Like, you basically needed to be able to follow somebody almost all the way around the track to get that advantage. Oh, freaking A, man, come on. What is up with this? Must be like a cold or like a wet session. Oh, it's gonna ruin my day, isn't it? Okay. Oh, they must have a wet and a dry. Oh, that's unfortunate. Change target. Data packs? Holy hell. Is this thing called GT Sprint? We're in the Porsche. These are identical. I don't know who the dude is for this one. That ain't the one. Maybe it's this guy. Here we go. Here we go. I want his fastest lap. That's incredibly fast, by the way. Doing that solo is insane. What's up, Jeff? Hold on a second here. Analyze. Okay. We'll start here for the night. Yeah, Harley, welcome for sure. Do you have an extension? I actually don't. I kind of want one, but I don't. That's cool. Still new to iRacing. Got up to 2K, 3 license. Have to do endurance race every week. Maybe it's hard to find a clean race. League would change that. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's I don't know what time of the day you race, but if say like generally European time, I don't know how those are, but let's say they're pretty decent races this time of night. at least US, you know, evening time. Yeah, league racing is definitely a different beast. Honestly, I wouldn't even say it's all that much cleaner to be honest. But she said to fix the color of the text because she can't read against the white background. Oh, yeah, there you go. Is that better? But yeah, it just depends on when you race. But like what I was trying to say, the leagues can definitely be better, but just because it's a league doesn't mean it's gonna be great racing either. You know, depends on like how serious the admins are about policing and yes, thank you. All right, appreciate you, Michaela. I got you. Don't worry about it. Just depends on how they are as far as policing things. So, all right, let's take a gander at this right quick. See if we can get any kind of information. All right, so Parabolica, of course. Ascari, of course. And then 1 and 2, even more of of course. Alright, so where am I losing all my time? So we're braking at the same spot. We're braking about the same amount. Oh, they carried more speed because they did a better job in Parabolica. That makes sense. Student, love it. Starting a new league this weekend. Hopefully it's a good crew. Yeah, you know, it's a crapshoot, isn't it? You just never really know. Kind of have to get in there and give it. Now, look, you know, I think something I'll say to that is if you remember back, I don't know if you were here for this, but shoot, it must have been a little bit more than a month ago at this point. We did that VIR race in the GT3 car, and it was an absolute shit show, right? Like, that was horrible, and I almost didn't go back, and it was like a joke. That was the Broken Week Racing League, the one I do on Sunday nights. And so I think after they did like their first recruitment race, it got a lot cleaner really quickly. So, you know, let's say your weekend league doesn't go great this weekend. You know, stick with it, give it a shot. You never know. Might clean up. So hopefully it goes well for you right out of the gate. But if you've got a good admin crew, that makes a big difference. Yeah, man, it's always nice to see some new names, right? Little chat. That is wild to me. That's 4.5 tenths. I don't honestly see what I could have done better here. Came off immediately. I braked at the right point. I didn't put much more brake pressure in it than they did. I even bled it off a little bit more. Speed was consistently gapped by almost 10 kilometers an hour, which I don't know what that is in freedom units, but got back on it for a blip. Got off of it immediately. I even got on the throttle faster than they did. Basically the same line. I might have boated a little bit more. 6 miles an hour. Respect. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of insane. So if I could fix Parabolica, well, let's actually go back here. It's interesting that I'm not losing, but look at that speed difference. So they're up a couple. That's about 5 kilometers an hour. It's not much, but it's something. It shows itself here. That's insane to me, actually. So we're about 4 different, and that gap gets to like 10. Why is it so big? Maybe because there I just barely brushed the brakes. Well, about 10%. Very interesting. So line's good, braking marker is good, all those things are good. I just have to figure out Parabolica so I can get a better exit. I went really wide. Wow. Fascinating. Half speed. Let's go back. So basically right in the middle. Right at the 100. Yeah, it's definitely one. If you look at the traces, so I guess, can you see? Yeah. Right here, they get back to the throttle just a touch better than I do. So that's just waiting for the rotation. I guess they're using that stand as a marker. And then just keeping a tight line. That's interesting because I don't really see anybody do that in the races. So braking point's kind of like right in the middle. It's basically the 100-meter mark. Right in the middle of this little patch. Right here. Yeah, pretty much right after the 100. I was braking just a touch earlier, but I don't think that's going to matter much, honestly. It's more about carrying that speed out. One feature I wish they had, actually, I wish you could... How to even describe this? I wish I could, like, do this part of the track and almost set, like, some kind of delta so that I knew I was doing it better. Does that make sense? Not just better to myself, but better with respect to this lap. Which I guess you can. There's you can set the lap marker from the coach lap. But honestly, I'd be so far down, but by the time I get to this part of the lap, I'm 2 seconds down. I'm not sure if it'll hold that much. Alright, so let's see if we can make improvements. So that's 4.5 tenths, 2.5 tenths. See if we can just do those a little bit better. I mean, that would, if I could get that down to the range that I want it to be, that's 3.5. That's a half a second right there. At least put me down into the what? Low 40, mid 48s. Yeah, I was just thinking that. So you can download their lap and their optimal, but that's like the whole lap. I know you can do it sector by sector too, but here I think the sectors are pretty small. There's 5 sectors. I don't know when they would start and end and all that stuff, but anywho, that's something I'll look into eventually. Alright, let's focus on exit and 1 and 2. Delta to best sector. Yeah, I just have to figure out where the sectors are. Yeah, and I guess that would then compare it to me, which is a good enough start. But you know what I'm saying? Like, basically find a way to break those down. Almost custom sectors. Like, set the sector based on the, you know, section of the track I'm trying to improve upon. Alright, optimal lap, optimal sector. I wish it was best sector, not optimal sector. Too late. Get these bad boys a little warm. Hey, Michaela, next time, you need to give Noah the vacuum cleaner. Just throw it at him and say, Chris, get off your butt and go vacuum something. See what he says. It'll be funny, if nothing else. That was better, I think. Hard to tell. I don't have my little delta bar up. Can do best sector or optimal. And use VRS lap files. Huh. Looking here, all I see is... Hold on. I waited way too late to get on, but these are pretty cold too. So... Hey, I'm just looking for a laugh from her, that's all. kind of my thing. I don't really like doing a whole lot of house cleaning type stuff, but I don't mind vacuuming. Kind of easy, instant gratification. Rip. Alright, they should be pretty warm next time we go around. Give it a whirl. Too much of a hop. Ooh, gotta get him accelerated much earlier. Of course, I'm thinking about the other two corners here. Oh man, give me air. Slid right through it again. Optimal sector. So this is against me. Wow. It's an off track. How did they get back on the throttle that early? That's insane. Yeah, it certainly feels good. I just like this car so much. Too early. A little slidey. I'm talking about at Parabolica. Potentially, yeah. Maybe that time. It's kind of the other part of doing this. I'm not good enough to do it like consistently, like my laps. Too much curb. See if I can figure out where this thing starts. So we're in the third sector right now. Fourth sector. Still in the fourth sector. So it must be before Parabolica, the fifth one starts. Come on, do it. Yes. Jeez, I gotta be a little bit more patient. I think I can hold that though. Next too early. When you see there, turning angle low. Yeah, potentially. Or about turn in earlier shows off your exit. Yeah, I think that time was a little bit better. Dang it. The other part of this, like I said, it's just I'm not good enough to be super consistent every turn, you know, or every lap. So it's hard to like measure against yourself sometimes because of the inconsistencies. I'm trying. Remember too, this is against my optimal. A little bit more patient getting on the throttle. So my delta is definitely going down.
49.728.
So 400's off right there. But look at my delta now. Oh, I didn't get on the brakes early enough. I'd actually like to see, let me get through Sector 1, I'd like to see that one. Alright, I want to see that. Let me see those sectors. 3/10. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Let's see. I really hope I don't have to do that thing every daggone time. Come on. Was that my last lap? It's going to be difficult if I don't know which lap that was. No, it was not. 149.7. It's the last one I completed. It needs to refresh, unfortunately. That's fine. Yeah, unfortunately it takes a second for this thing to get the upload and process the data. Here we go. 149, yeah, that was it. 149.7. 149.7. Alright, so obviously that was terrible, but why are you not? It's actually worse, that's funny. Alright, so that's not really what I was hoping to see. I wanted to see the exit speed. Well, shoot, unfortunately I didn't have, since I didn't complete the next lap, I'm not going to have the straight. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to see the straight speed going into 1 and 2 after this exit, so I needed to complete that other lap. But let's just say by the end, 233 to 231. 233 to 231. Dang. Just barely faster. Huh. I didn't really do anything there then, did I? Alright. Let's do it to it. It's funny. I'd say it felt better. The thing was green. Maybe I need to think about a different optimal lap, best lap, comparison sector, comparison lap, all time, last lap, optimal lap. We'll just go best lap. Keep it simple. Alright. Well, yeah, I hope y'all had a good day, man. I was busy as hell today at work.
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left. Right side. Clear on the right.
Get an out lap, warm the tires a touch. Try to throw one down. Temps are getting a little hotter, and not by much, but wow, she's cold. Whoa, really cold. Yeah, it's a little casual, you know, it's all good. I think that's more the right approach. I just need warm tires. You're still getting back to that throttle super early. Not sure how to do that exactly without hitting the brakes harder. Don't want to do that either. Little wheel spin there, lost my delta. I wouldn't exactly call these tires warm yet either. Mid 60s. Nice exit. Ooh, slidey, slidey. God, how does he get so much entry speed? Good grief. Sliding a little bit myself. I mean, this dude is the number 2 car. So he's pretty quick. Man, pushing me wide. Bananas.
48.895. New bar, flat for you. Car on your left.
A little bit faster. I think that was what, like 400ths. I just like to try something different, get a little bit of a feel for it, and then take a gander at the telemetry and see if what I think happened actually did happen. Give it a second for it to upload. It's honestly kind of ridiculous that we can even do this. Thanks, VRS. Don't get mad at me for showing your tool. If anything, you should give me a free membership. That's what should happen. Right? I mean, I think you guys would agree. How much... Oh, shoot. I've been running this thing with the preview on. Sorry if it's been glitching while I was driving. Alright, that should be enough time. Alright. So it's a 48 something. Third stint, 48.8. Yeah, that's probably it. Just started using V. And you joined because of me, right? Yeah? Let them know. Like, hey man, this weird dude on the internet, he streams your stuff for all the people to see. You might want to check on him, but he also got me to use it, so maybe you should give him a free membership. Honestly, I wouldn't even take it. Not even gonna lie. I would not sell myself for a $10 a month membership. Damn! That wasn't better at all? Worse again? Damn. I mean, so we're before braking. Alright, hold on. Where are we at, boys? So, before we get to the braking marker, we are practically identical in speed. With the coach, who is really fast. Okay. I hit the brakes too early. I hit the brakes slightly too hard. They never seem to peak beyond 74.5%, and I'm hitting 79. Shoot me. Get off at about the same time. I got on the freaking gas when they did, although I was a little slow to it because I popped it too hard to start. Alright. But like, look, we're talking about basically no difference in speed. I scrubbed it a little bit. What the Damn. So I gotta brake a little later. Wow, that is unreal. I mean, yes, I guess. Damn. I mean, I wouldn't say that out loud, you know, kids and all. But yeah, basically that's it. Yeah, I am using his setup, yeah. I assume it's the same one. Guess I should look at that, huh? Let me just double check her. VRS, blah-de-da-de-da, Monza R1. I guess it's... I don't know if it's any different with the iterations between, you know, what and what, but... Moderate. Alright, we got moderately high usage. Same fuel consumption, similar track. Mine's a little colder. Man, alright, we're gonna get after it. We're gonna keep going. It is pretty fascinating, though, that that's actually not my biggest issue. But we did see the... Wow, this is... Yeah. Braking too early. Not hard enough for a change. That's weird. Guess I didn't need to since I broke so early. Whew. Same deal here, I guess. Wow. So they popped it. I'm actually kind of curious what they do here. Alright. I thought we were jumping stuff. Okay. Just confirming. Just confirming. Boys, I feel like I got a long ways to go. This is the least of my worries right here. This parabolic is still a problem. Honestly, I'm not sure how I'm going to find much more time. I certainly give it a whirl, but I don't see it right now. But these freaking chicanes I've always sucked at chicanes, if we're being honest. But really, it looks like the big problem is the speed gap. Well, no, I guess we're about the same. A couple kilometers an hour. It's not 10 anymore. I'm braking too early. We're talking about a difference of... What is that? 70s, that's 25. 10 meters. 15 meters. Oh, shit. You ever get the feeling you're just not going to be able to do the thing this guy's doing? Oh yeah, I was braking way too early. Alright. I wasn't having this problem earlier. I don't really think that's a major thing to fix, but it was literally one lap. So 150 marker. Just get good, I guess. Right? Make sure I turn this preview thing off, so I'm not screwing that up. But yes, for the millions and millions of people watching right now, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoy watching me figure out how to turn left and right somewhat quickly every once in a while. but mostly not so. Yeah, and you know, you're totally right, 1,000,000% right. I don't ever expect to get there, but I really like it if I can at least see that the gap between me and them
Car stops on the right.
is hey. Seriously, dude, why would you stop right there? So did they give me a black flag? Okay. That's like the worst spot you could ever. I mean, Noah, like, come on, bro. Damn. That one kind of cut. Kind of cut deep. True, I definitely have, but not GT3 cars. I mean, come on. Let's look at the positives. Oh, not hard enough. Not enough curb. But yeah, like I said, I don't really expect to get to that level for sure. But I would just be happy if I got to a point with my laps, at least my fastest lap, where I'm like where the first number in the gap between me and that person in that corner is 1. So if it's .199,
Showing us the black flag. You didn't exit the pit safely. You have to drive
whose fault is that?
without stopping. You've got wheel damage.
I bet I do. It's because
That's
some
it,
genius
go, okay?
decided to park it right there. My coach I worked with last week has been racing since GT2. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been on sim racing and stuff for a long ass time too, but I'll just pretend like I haven't, so it doesn't look as bad. If y'all are cool with that. Kind of hurt my hand when I just did that, by the way. Wasn't the brightest decision. Direct drive wheels, man. Yeah, I think there's a little sprain in there right now. To work that out. True. Maybe that's his way to beat me tomorrow. Not like he needs help, but if I park my car at the freaking end of the pit exit, I'm gonna frustrate somebody to the point that they throw their car into the guardrail and hurt themselves with their direct drives.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh, terrible. I'll tell you one thing that has helped me. Look at these esports drivers and their matching liveries. What are y'all doing? Is there like a memo I'm not getting because I'm not on the voice channel or something? They're like trying to do a practice start or something? So everybody's going really slow. He's hitting the brakes. Okay.
Go left.
Words. Sometimes it feels that way. Sometimes it feels that way. I hope the quality of the stream is better today, because I doubled the bitrate. I'm gonna go back and watch it myself, of course, to see. But I'm curious. Oh, that was shit. Oof. I feel like sometimes I just slide through the corners. And I wonder, like, I hit the brake at about the same spot they did, the 150 marker. And every time I look at one of these telemetry traces, I'm braking too hard. And they're faster every time. Game capture, yes. Camera, no. Yeah, the camera's not going to look as good. It's a shitty Logitech webcam. But yeah, Richie, it is. I think they messed up the session, so it doesn't have. It's not gonna rain in this session. Are you in this league too? I guess. Is there a memo I'm missing or something? Uh-oh. And Diego just wants to kick my butt. This dude's super quick. You know, if you're the number 2 car on the standings in this group, you're quick. How does he get... He can take these entries so much better. Oh, dude. Totally.
49.31.
I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I screwed that up at Road America. Uh-oh. Hit me.
Right side.
Oh.
Still there, hold your line.
How did he make that corner so clean? Freaking master on the brakes, man. Good grief. I thought if I bought the expensive pedals, it would just automatically brake for me. That was a lie. Let's see if I can learn something here. Oh wow. He doesn't clip that thing at all. Goodbye, Diego. Wow, he doesn't take that either. I need your draft, brother. You're gonna leave me. Stick with me, buddy. Show me the way. He's probably in voice chat right now like, hey dummy, just follow me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna teach you something. Oh wow, okay, he uses that. He doesn't slide through it like I do. Jeez. He put like a 1/10.5 on me right there. Diego, come back. No. It's another 10th. Yeah, it's just like death by a million tenths.
49.305.
His drift car correctly. Yeah, actually, it could be something to do with the fact he's driving the Ferrari. Actually thought I did good there. Diego, come back. No. Still 8/10. Oh, God. So caught up. Brutal. Brutal. That's speed, man. That's, he's more than a second faster than me, which is just bananas. Yeah. Alright, let's start this over. New tires. Yes, this is, tell you man, I know I've said it a million times, but this group is just a different level. For sure. I wish I could figure it out. It's got to be in the brakes, right? I'm actually glad that I saw in Discord they were going to have this little session. This is way better than me just doing it by myself. Try out. No. Not this one. Maybe you're thinking of the other league had like a, I don't know what to call it, but like an opening preseason race that didn't count for standings. I guess this one had that. Yeah, that's right. Forget where it was. I want to say it was Portimao. Yeah, because that's right, me and Chaz did it. I think that's the only race he showed up to so far. Oh my god. Something about it getting cleaner. That's right. So yeah, two different leagues. The getting cleaner part was about the VIR race, but that was the other league. And then this one had a race that was basically a no points race. It was like a preseason race. Which is kind of funny because they don't really need it. Like, this is a paid league. It's like $35 or something for the season. And the other one's not, and it's much shorter. Feels like this group is just so much better. I don't think they need like a preseason race. It's actually interesting. I'm kind of trying to like hold the brakes just a little bit longer. I feel like I have this tendency to let go of the brakes a little too early, and then I get myself in a bad situation. I'm just trying to hold on to them just a little bit longer. A little slidey. No. I would say some of the bigger ones are, but it really just covers broadcasting. Like the F3 league that I used to do, that was free to enter, but you know, they encouraged people to pay, basically do a donation. I think I would donate like $20 a season, and that just helps the broadcasting fees. Because to get your races broadcast is not cheap. I want to say it's somewhere probably in the neighborhood of like $100 to $200 a race, because you got people sitting there for X amount of hours, you know, doing that. And broadcasts really do make the difference between leagues for different people. Like if you're looking at two different leagues, like the one that does broadcasting is probably going to be the one that you want to join. Biggest League AMS. I know that's the one that Malone does, but I don't know, to tell you the truth. PRL is definitely a big one. They do so many different styles. Is that good? Oh, almost. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. PRL's huge. There's a lot of stuff on the NASCAR side of things that are pretty big too. I know PRL has NASCAR stuff. But PRL might be the biggest organization that does it. Oh. Off track there, huh? And since it's such a global thing, like, there's some huge leagues that are European time, you know? Like the F3 league that I did, the IGP Fun League, that league's been around for more than 20 years. No splits. And that F3 league is extraordinarily competitive. They switched to the Super Formula Lights for this season. But I mean, dude, those guys were absolute aliens. I mean, you know, they had this one cool feature in the Discord where it would have a bot where you could just type in /practice or whatever, and it would go look at the top 100, the fastest laps in the world for that week. So the top 100 laps, and then it would cross that with all of the people that were in the league. So if you were one of the people that were in the league and also had one of the top 100 laps in the world that week, it would show your name. And so you could basically, we would use it every week as like a, so I wouldn't call it a dick measuring contest necessarily, but basically a motivation to practice, get better, beat people's laps, stuff like that. And for me, my goal was always just get on the board. I just want to be in the top 100 in the world every week. That was always the goal. I wish we had something like that for this. This is much more competitive across iRacing side. I could not do that, but in the F3 I could do it. Shit. Trying to carry too much speed. So now PRL does, they have 2 GT3 leagues. One is a little bit more on the amateur side, and then there's this one that's just much more aggressive. Honestly, I should have been in the lower one. Like, I'm barely good enough to even be in this grid. The only reason I did this one is because the other one starts right before this one, so that it's just a little too early for me. Incentivized hat lapping. I mean, that's basically what most of the racing is, you know? If you kind of break down a race. Obviously, yes, there are going to be times where you're actually racing somebody door to door, wheel to wheel, but probably 80-90% of the time you're just running by yourself. Especially in Formula.
55.219.
So a lot of it is just who can pump in a bunch of qualifying laps. Man, I cannot get this thing settled to get a good exit there. Still up a little bit, not much. 300ths. Off track. Second corner of the first chicane. I think you're turning in too early. Second corner of the first chicane. Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. But the reference laps the reference lap we were looking at, they actually are more straight lining it than I am. I'm almost like kind of coming out from the first exit into the second. We'll look at it on the telemetry here in a second. Not to say I'm not really trying to do anything differently, but we'll see what that looks like. Crap. I don't know how they're getting on the accelerator at that freaking mark. It's insane. Not making any improvements here.
49.278.
Brutal. Give this thing a chance to update. But yeah, let's look at that lap real fast while this one updates. Come on. Oh, let's see. First chicane. So that time I was better. It's hard to tell here, but let's see if we can do this. It doesn't change that, unfortunately. But if you kind of look at me, I'm red. Remember, they're blue. I like sweep out just a little bit, where they kind of straight line it. So I'm sweeping out, and then I'm cutting across it too hard, I think. But looking at one of the earlier laps, I was doing it like aggressively. You can see now there's a, it's probably pretty loud for y'all, I'm sorry. There's a little gap you can see where I'm sweeping it too hard, and they're straight lining a little bit better. I need to try to figure that out. Alright, let's see if that lap's up there. What was that lap? 49.2. Not gonna be good. Oh, that's not it. God. So funny, I'm literally making no progress at all. I'm almost identical to where I was earlier. Like, that is literally the same. How's that possible? 2.3. Yeah, I mean, if you had to boil this down, well, that's better. That's positive. Yay, we did something different. So yeah, hitting that marker a little bit better. Okay, look, you know. Oh, funny. I might have actually been better. Look, I dropped off at the last second. That is funny. This is me stopping the car like immediately after the line. That's funny. So yeah, this is significantly better. I don't know that you could do it much better than this. At least I can't. I was able to get back on and stay on. So I was faster. Look at that. It's 3 kilometers an hour faster. Let's go. And then somehow they were faster than me out. I was covering too much ground. Maybe. Whew. Yeah, I'm not doing much better than that. And that, look, that's the target, right? Anything that starts with a 1, we're happy. If it starts with a 0, over the moon. So, Scary, suck. Chicane, suck. Chicane, suck. That's 2 seconds of time, basically. It's not quite that much, but it's a bunch. At least 1.5. So yeah. This wasn't as much the speed difference. We're talking about 3 kilometers. That's basically nothing. I'm braking just ever so slightly early. This is much better. I'm holding the brake. Remember I said that? I'm trying to hold the brake a little bit more so it doesn't drop off. If we look at like this one, I think I was dropping it off just a little too much. This might be even worse. Yeah, here you go. So seeing the braking into 1 and 2. Like I held it, and like I let off to 60 for some random reason. And then I had to hit it again harder because I realized, oh, hey dummy, you're going too fast now. And then I trailed off, which is definitely not what you want to do. So that is definitely better. This is better because this gap here is much closer. I like that. That's a phenomenal question. I honestly can't say that I do either. Yeah, I mean, shit, that's a great question, dude. We're talking about 4.5, half a second almost. Half a second. Where is that? I'm getting on slightly later. 7 kilometers. It's got to just be here that I'm getting out of it just a freaking couple meters too early. I don't know. I'm even getting back on it a little faster than they are and keeping it in there. Now maybe I just had some wheel spin on this one. I don't know. That's a great question. But I mean, if you break it down to just these 2 corners, we're looking at almost half a second. Almost half a second. And if you just look at this, throttle, brake, speed, I don't know where it is. I mean, the only thing I could see is the speed delta. There's nearly 10 kilometers for a lot of this. And the only thing I can think of is I'm hitting it just a little too early. Basically the same pressure, but just a little too early in both cases. Coming off the throttle too early, get on the brakes just a little too early. And I guess at the speed at which we're talking about, 265 kilometers an hour, you know, 8 is a pretty small number relative to the 2, to whatever you were just doing, 260. I guess. I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that. But that's a great question, and I haven't even thought about it like that. It's like you look at this, you're like, where's the time? What am I missing? Yeah. Perplexing. Yeah. Well, so it definitely does over the course of a lap, right? Like that I can see. It's literally like a tenth here, a tenth there, and it adds up. But it's like how if we're looking at just turns 1 and 2, how is it possible that it's that dramatic? You know, there's a 3 kilometer difference down the straight, but that's only losing me a tenth. In 1 and 2, I'm losing half a second, and I just don't see where it is. I don't know. I don't get it. Same thing here. I'm braking too early. But every time I hit the brakes, I feel like I have to hit it this hard. But see, look at, I did that stupid thing again. They're holding it better and then coming off. I'm almost doing it like open wheel car. I'm hitting the brakes hard, and then I'm immediately trailing off as if aero is a thing, and it's really not. I need to just be not hitting it quite as hard, and then just holding it, and then coming off. So maybe I'll just keep doing that. The coaches are cheating. God. That's one way to sell coaching services, wouldn't you say? We offer 1-hour coaching sessions for $100. Oh, do you now? I am now incentivized to cheat. And think too, their track is hotter than this is. Now the grip level could be a little different. They did have like different wear, so it's gonna be a little different. But we're talking about 2 seconds. Like, and again, I'm not trying to get into the 46s. There's no chance I'm doing that. But just hit me with like a low 48. I'd be happy with that. Let these two fellows go by. And coach doesn't have he doesn't have any draft either. So let's keep that in mind. Cool. Can I tell y'all how happy it makes me when we've been streaming for like an hour or two and I look up and we got like 7 people watching? I still think that is incredible. I'm not sure what y'all are doing with your lives, but I appreciate the fact that you're here. Thought that was going to be worse. I do appreciate it. Love. I see it. Shit. Rip. Yeah, I saw it. Something like that. Always love it, man. It's very cool. Ah. Love it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Tell you, last night it was like, and I cooked. I made burgers. They did not sit well with me. So thankfully it didn't turn into worse. My kids, my boys got home from baseball practice. They're both in high school, play high school baseball. They got home from practice and my oldest looks at me and goes, "You weren't sick last night." I'm sitting there thinking like, he must have saw my video. And I'm like, dude. I was like, no, I didn't. I wasn't like have a cold or anything, but I felt like I had a stomach bug. Like, you can't really see that. He was like on my ass about it. I was like, bro, damn. Thought that was funny. He saw my video at school today. I don't have a chance to see him that late. Talking. Leave the cooking to the yeah. Well, she did everything else. All I did was grill. And the food was fine. It was totally cooked. I checked the temps and everybody was fine. It was just me. It just didn't sit well. You know, sometimes you eat something and you just shouldn't have. Everybody else is okay though. Rip.
Go left.
Wonder if they're like teammates prepping for drafting tomorrow in qualifying. I got on it too hard right away.
Car 77, just set the fastest lap. 47.6.
47.6. Now, you know, these guys could be drafting too right now. I don't know.
95.
Alright, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes. Two tenths faster. 2 tenths. How? Where did that come from? 2 tenths in gaining. Uh-oh. Too early. Lost all that time. Don't make it sound like 47.6 isn't absolutely... It is wild. It is wild. But you gotta think they're drafting, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Lost a little bit of time there. A little more than a tenth up. Ah, losing time all the way down. Alright, we'll be over a tenth faster. Saw a nice little bump when I kept it tight there.
48.804.
48.8.
Fastest lap of the session.
Attaboy, Chad. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes, hold the brakes. I held the brakes too far. Or too deep. Kind of ABS there quite a bit. Okay. So funny, like I do my best lap, I'm 14th. Like, oh, right in the middle. 47.6. That's bananas. Let's see if he had a assist. He did that all by himself. Are you? No. Come on. Alright, he did that all by himself. And that's unfortunate. Oh boy, that hurts. That hurts. For Ford and Audi for variety, yeah, absolutely, agree. The dude that drove it in the league last night and got 5th actually won a like $15 gift card from the admin, because he was like, if anybody can take the Ford and get a top 10, he made it a top 5 for Monza. I'm not sure why, but make a top 5 at Monza, he'll buy you a car or track of your choice, basically. Thought that was pretty funny. Alright. 48.8 flat. Look at that. Still work to do. But that's a heck of a lot better than 4.5 tenths. I mean, shaved 2 tenths off, like we said. Still broke too early. I didn't put nearly as much brake in it. But I held it long. And then got back into it. So I think the two differences here would have to be that, one, I didn't brake as hard overall, and then I held it in the whole way. Doesn't look like this, right? This looks like a formula, like hard and immediately off, hard, immediately bleed, where I'm in it, held it, off of it. This was that, but let's just ignore it because it doesn't fit the narrative. That I held longer, but still got off of it too early. This one and this one actually look kind of similar. well, you can kind of see this one. So yeah, I started earlier, held it. I got off of it later, or no, earlier than this one. I got off of this one later, so that's why I guess it's better. And if you look at the speed difference, like yeah, I broke early, that's why we have that 10-kilometer gap. But once we got down to, you know, getting off of it, I was actually a little bit better for a second. Interesting. I had a good exit out of there too. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, and then 4 and 5, that was 5 tenths. A little bit better. That's unfortunate. That was pretty much perfect. Pretty much perfect. Got off of it a little too late, but you know, I tried to get on too early, I guess. Not bad. Not bad. Parabolica. Yeah, about the same as last time, so that's okay. Still a little early. It's crazy. I always used to have the problem of I'd brake too late and brake too hard. Now all of a sudden, I'm braking too early. And actually, in some of these cases, I'm not braking hard enough. Go figure. Like this. Alright, let's keep working. That's a good lap. I'd be thrilled if I could do like a 48.5 or 48.6. Something like that. Knock another tenth or two out of this thing. Tenth or 3, I guess. Tomorrow's going to be... It's going to be something. I don't even think a lot of this practice is going to matter because it's going to be a wet race. So, but all good. We will have gotten better today, and that's all that matters. Right. Double shift. Yeah, it should be alright. I think with the rain and whatnot, it's such a different thing. The lines are different. I mean, just everything about it's different. So it'll be alright, I think. In some ways, I almost feel like it equalizes you a little bit. But that might not be true. I was on the edge right there of an off track. Or glory. What's up, Andrew? How is it in Hawaii today? Not bad. I'm gonna say it's more enjoyable to watch the chaos. Hate the spray and not be able to see anything. Yeah, I agree on both. I think for the show, it's definitely more entertaining. I like it. I mean, I don't, care too much about safety rating and stuff like that. So I like the chaos. I like that it's different. I like that it makes you kind of use your brain and do different things. And like I said, we talked about it, but like last night, man, can you imagine how cool it would have been had it rained? We all had to come in after our pit stops to get tires. It would have shaken everything up. You know, who got out, who got heat in the tires first. that person's going to be at a massive advantage. Like, all those things would have shaken that race up so much. It would have been really cool. Damn, dude. Hopefully you're feeling on the other side of it at least. I've yet to have COVID, thankfully. Luckily. We believe I had COVID, but it would have been like November of 2019. So we had a little family weekend at a place called Great Wolf Lodge in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is basically an indoor water park. And it was that. Oh, I gotta stop talking so damn much. Kind of ruined that whole lap. But we went there. It's an indoor water park, you know, in the middle of November. I think it was like the weekend before. Yeah, it was. It was the weekend before Thanksgiving, because we were supposed to host Thanksgiving. We had just moved into this house. We were going to host for the first time. And I started feeling sick while we were there. Came home. Dude, I legit thought I was going to die. It was the worst. Shit. It was the worst thing ever. It was terrible. And I tested negative for the flu. I tested negative for all the things. But it was horrible. And then, you know, a couple months later, the whole world shut down. I was like, might have been patient zero. Hard to say. I don't travel anywhere, get on airplanes or do anything like that, so it really wasn't my fault, but never know. Rain physics really well. Don't like the it's gonna rain beforehand. Yeah. I think right now you kinda know, because they're being pretty prescriptive with the series that have it. Like this past week, it was one of the Monza, I forget whether it was, I guess it was the Open, so the 40-minute races had rain like every time. The 20-minute races didn't, the fixed. So they've done it like that so far, which is not what they said they were going to do. But I hope it, you know, it's the new shiny, it's going to rain a lot. And then they're going to get over it for next season, and it's going to just chill out a little bit. I think right now it's new, so they're just slapping us in the face with it. That's my guess. Man, getting into ABS too much. I'm trying to brake later, like the telemetry is showing me. But every time I do that, I feel like I go too deep, or I have to push the brake too hard, and then I get to ABS land, which is even worse. Transition to randomness or real-time weather. Yeah, it'll be random. I think the whole idea, what they told us originally was like, damn, ABS again. They said, you know, every session, every time slot is going to be the same. Sorry, let me say this differently. Every split within a time slot, its weather will be the same. But that time slot, the weather will be randomly chosen. Easy for me to say. So that's what they said was going to happen, but that has not happened this season. So I'm hoping that with season 3 that actually is the case, because I think it would be a better experience for us. I just don't think it should be able to rain as often as it is right now. It needs to be like, you have like a 15% chance of going into a session and it being wet. Feels like that'd be more realistic. Oh man, I'm just not focused. Not focused at all. Nothing good there. Yeah, that was good. And then I fell off a cliff. We'll do a qualifying sim or two before I'm done for the night. Whew. Good. I think I just have to create one. That's a good idea. Let me do another hot lap here and see if we can make any progress. Guess I need to get a thumbnail for the stream tomorrow night too. That's one negative with YouTube. It's awesome that you can do your own thumbnails for live streams, but I also then feel obligated to get a thumbnail for a live stream versus just clicking go live. Not good. Cold tires. Yeah, most people are gone. Couple people in here still. Ah, damn it. No. Alright, that's not going to matter for this. See if the session itself is actually created. That would help quite a bit. PRL, sessions, Monza, raining, Porsche 911 GT. I wonder if no. Curious if maybe they created a one that actually had the correct settings. Sessions, Porsche, test drive, raining, multipliers. I'm gonna go to the bathroom right quick while this thing's loading up. I'll be right back. I don't know if I would consider this just rain. This is like a freaking monsoon. What the hell? Look at that. It's all standing water. I'm like, what? Where's the wet? There she is. 50 liters. Yes, sir. I didn't hear him say we were on a wet tire, but let's hope for the best. So, wet, 43 degree temps. Yeah. The biggest secret to this is literally just getting tire temp. Get some tire temp. Excuse me. Good grief, sorry. I feel like I'm just sliding right now, spinning. This is kind Oh boy, I'm hydroplaning right now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys at all tomorrow if this is what it's going to be like. It'll be 100% focus for me. True, dude. They're on 10. They're as high as they go. Oh, it's 11. Is 11 off? We'll find out real fast. Oh, I should have been hitting that harder. That's what she said. Oh. Maybe it is off. It's just good old. Stick to 10. I don't remember if 11's off or 0's off. Oh my lord. Yep. The tires are still only mid-50s, mid to low 50s. They're not going to do a whole lot until you're at least like in the 80s. See how long it takes to get there. See this white line? You don't want to try to brake on that white line. You want to be in the middle of it. Oh god, I waited way too long. Did it as if the track was dry.
Slow down. You got a penalty? We're cutting the course.
Yeah, Chad, Jesus. Damn, that's the longest penalty I've ever seen. 7 seconds? Yeah. That happened to me the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, of course it is. Alright. God. Well, tomorrow night's gonna be a shit show, that's for sure. Maybe I'll get a thumbnail from this actually, since it's in the wet. I could probably use the thumbnail I have right now and just add a rain overlay to it. Jesus. Oh, baby. Yeah, the whole penalty system in iRacing with respect to slowdowns is questionable at best. That's a healthy rooster tail I got back there. Oh god. Oh my god. Gotta stay way away from all that. Okay. Good, good. Strange.
22.004.
I know we always say that, like, these races are survival. This will literally be survival tomorrow night. That was too early. Tires are low to 60s, high 50s. We're getting there. I'm hydroplaning straight. Oh my god. It's gonna be bumper cars, man. You can imagine just trying to go through there with 40 other cars. It's gonna be insane. Yeah. Yeah. 40 cars that you can't see. Good call, dude. It's gonna be something. Y'all are gonna enjoy it. I'll just try to survive. Y'all can't see the ABS, I don't think, or at least not too well. All I could feel on my left foot was ABS fighting back. And I was putting, what, 25% pressure into it? Bananas. Oh god, why did I wait that long? Oh, y'all will enjoy it. This I promise. It's gonna be comedy if nothing else.
13.669.
2:13.
Fastest lap of the session.
So we're a couple seconds off those dry times. Should be fine. Maybe I should watch the wet video, see if I can learn something. Oh, I'm hydroplaning right off the side. There we go. Hooked up. Just gonna take all of my concentration. Come on, get on the track. Damn it. Yeah, I could see that happening. Got Nostradamus up in here telling us the future and shit. Oh man. Oh, the slap hands part just hits home. Oh, oh, oh. Alright. Still up, still up. Smacks hands together. Yeah, like, yeah, totally. Totally. That'll happen. Why do I keep waiting so daggone late? Like, you know this is a wet session, right, dummy? God, stay off that line. Okay, okay. Maybe about 2.5 seconds faster. Progress.
10.9.
Yeah, that's kind of
Lap of the session.
that's kind of what I do. You're not wrong. All right, temps getting a little bit better on the temps. Need to get more. That's definitely how I show my frustration. Little hand slap and a damn it, or a giant fuck. You know, one of those. I was on the slippery side, I guess. Alright, find a little grip on the outside there. Get off the thing! It's almost like I'm just trying to kick their rear end out a little bit. Kinda helps. Crazy. It's a little wet out here. That's a short right there, boys. Sliding through scarring. Love it. I remembered to brake earlier. Look at that. 2 more seconds. Almost.
11.751.
Oh, I guess the other one was dirty. Never mind. Alright, we'll stay to the left of this line this time. It's probably enough where I'm not actually on the racing line. Go, hit the line. Once it started getting squirrely, not much I could do. Gotta find a better way through 1 and 2. But hey, I gotta do that in the dry too, so you know, all good things. Come on, grip. Oh boy. Shit. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. What were the temps? What was the track temp? That makes a big difference too, you know. If you're doing 50s on a 45-degree track or something, like that's a whole lot different from doing a 48 on a 20-degree track. God, how are you supposed to go through there at all? This is gonna be a disaster. Definitely feeling a little bit more comfortable, that's for sure.
14.415.
Just try more on this line. That was better. Get out here early so I don't go hydroplaning again. 35. That's solid, man. That's solid for sure. Monza is just one of those tracks. It's like you have a good exit or something, you're going to make up a ton of time. 'Cause there's only a couple corners that really matter. This is crazy. You would hope with 40 some cars or 50 cars, whatever we're going to have tomorrow night, we'll at least drive this place out a little bit faster. I'm not sure what line to take through Ascari. They all seem horrible. Yeah, I don't know what the forecast is. We'll take a look here. I wanted to finish this lap. Yeah, slip and slide indeed. I'm really surprised the tires are not hotter. Come on.
You've got wheel damage.
Yeah, I bet I do. Alright. I guess maybe I'll take a look at the lap compared to VRS. Kind of curious. Yeah. $2:13. I did a better lap. Let's give it a second. Change the target. Good grief. They did a 2:01 in freaking wet conditions. Good lord. That's insanity. I mean, mine's a little bit better than 2:13, but it ain't gonna be that much better. Come on, keep going. We got a better one in there. I hadn't uploaded yet. Oh, it was dirty. Dang it. That's not good, boys. Stick with my SRF and GT4 for now. Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? No, just practicing tonight. League race tomorrow night. Noah had a good suggestion to go in here and actually practice wet conditions. That's what it's going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be terrible. For sure. Oh, let's see. All the time in the world. Yeah, it's going to be so bad. This is like a very competitive league, so people are going to be rolling, and I'm not. Alright, so, well, I broke a light year ahead of them. And that's ABS. That's so funny. Look at ABS. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's kind of sputtering. I think that's ABS kicking in. That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh god, so bad. Different kinds of wet. Yeah, so I am using the actual session for tomorrow and a test session based off of that. So it should be as accurate as I can get. True. Damn. Yeah, look at that, like helter-skelter looking freaking brake trace. That's terrible. Oh, that's gonna be so bad. So bad. Look at my steering angle compared to theirs. I'm completely... Oh, yeah. And they're barely turning it at all. Of course. Turn 3. So just all the time lost because I can't get out of the corner. Yep. And then just a massive gap. I had to let off there at some point because I got loose. Second and a half through here. Let's see, where's that gap? Well, most of it's just that. coming in, and then of course going out I didn't have a great put down. That's bananas, dude. That's interesting. They're braking pretty hard. 60%. A little less than a second. That's not terrible. That's terrible. So they're going much wider, which makes sense. It's funny that they're braking on the racing line. That's surprising. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we can tell, to be honest. So they were much later in the run. They only had 2-3 laps left. Temps were, theirs were even colder. I'm not sure that helps, to be honest. What do you see? Weather. This is the car setup. I don't know that it shows that state. Do you know if that's in here somewhere? Let's take a gander. So that's the clear one. Is there one where it was wet? Maybe 2 different sessions? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're playing catch up too based on everything iRacing is doing. So air temp, overcast, track state 80. I don't see anything specifically about how wet it is. I don't even know if you can. High usage. 75% track, moderate. Okay, so moderate moisture. This doesn't feel very moderate to me, boys. Let's see if we can tell what it is. Chance of rain insured. Temperature, everything's auto. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'd like to. I'm not sure if I should do that on stream, but honestly, there's only 9 people watching. It's probably not that big a deal. So maybe we'll do that. Hold on a second. Temps. It's interesting. It's forecasted weather. So I guess they were probably doing this. Yeah. So it's overcast, moderate, and setting it this way. So yeah, weather's not going to match, which, you know, I guess it is what it is. So it's hard to compare the lab, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Kind of have to go off something. I'd rather use the session that we're going to be in for the practice laps, if nothing else. But yeah, all his laps are pretty solid. I mean, low 2s. Anywho, some of this is just, it's interesting to me though that they can run this line. They can break out here. You'd think this would be glass, because this is the rubbered end section. It's fascinating. Ooh, I like that. So we were on the right track. Where'd they start braking? We're at the 200. Yeah, right at the 200. This track looks pretty wet too. They do go out. That's good. We were doing that. It's just controlled power slide. You're just going through the water, hydroplaning, hoping it's going to go straight. I'm not going too wide because there's a lot of water out there. Makes sense. Got to be staying pretty wide, but so are we. I was hydroplaning right here. So that's a big gap. What was the speed when you break to 200? Let's take a look. Good question. So we were doing about the same. Well, we were 9 kilometers off when I started braking. So he was 255 at his brake. I was 245 when I started the brake. So we were about 10 off still. Wasn't gaining much. About 11, I guess. So not bad. It's shallow. Where's a braking marker for this? Past the 200. Definitely would carry a track to their moderate. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's going to be one of these things where I'm just going to have to figure it out as I go, but it's at least nice to have some general idea. Not so much about braking points, but in terms of like, where is he running on the track? Where is he generally kind of starting his braking markers? You know, is he going to jump this curb as we would on a dry track, and I just have to suck it up and go over it knowing there's puddles there, and I'm probably going to hydroplane a little bit? Stuff like that, you know? Kind of seeing how that happens. So he's still, yeah, I mean, he's still taking the same marks where I wasn't doing that. I was like trying to miss the apexes because they're so wet. So he's just YOLOing it. Now maybe I can't do that because the track is going to be too wet. That's totally true. Maybe. I don't know. We just got to try it and see what happens. Yeah, tomorrow's 1000% survival, no doubt, dude. I'm really surprised, though, that he's braking here, and maybe this is one of those differences. Like, he can do it because it's moderate versus whatever the hell monsoon I'm in. But, I mean, his track looks pretty wet, too. So, yeah, really staying off the paint, obviously. So just backing everything up on the fast corners, staying off the apexes, also not running wide. Could be. True, could be. This is where I'm really curious, because I could not stay. Okay, good. I don't feel like an idiot, because I couldn't stay on that, at least for the first one. And he's going around it on the second. Okay, that makes me feel better. No brakes, though. All throttle. Ooh, okay. Okay. He is doing it for the last, which does make sense. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I don't see how you're going to be able to stay off of that. Wow. It's very, very late on the brakes for Parabolica, considering the conditions. He's power sliding right through it too. That's so funny. Okay. Just know it's going to go straight at the chicane apex and be ready for the front. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, it's good to know though. Like, that's such a huge thing. Just being able to see those lines. I'm getting cold in here. It's kind of a first. Can't read it too well. Looks like it says 70. Alright, let's do a little bit more before I take my old self to bed. Remember too, he did it really late in the stint, so tires are probably up to temp. Actually, I don't know if I could see what his tire temps were. That would actually be pretty useful. I'm just sliding around. Awesome, dude. Good to see you. Oof. See you tomorrow. Appreciate you. I'm not supposed to lift. My bad. Thanks for hanging. Touch that curve, or touch that line. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, not in these conditions. Cool, cool. Now I'm getting hot again. I swear, I'm like a woman in menopause. Cold 1 second, hot the next. So miss. Kinda didn't miss that. This second, and YOLO it over this one. Can't get over there. Menopause. True. Big true. Alright, fans coming back on. And I'm cold again. Alright. Way too early. I mean, a lot of it truly is temps. I gotta get the temps in it. I'm 3 seconds off. Alright. See if we can follow some advice here. Too cold. Alright, I can trust out a little bit more. Dang. Whew. I feel for you, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all the tips, man. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Stay off, stay off, stay off. Good boy. Gotta try to... Oh my god. Try to hit that sausage curve. We're gonna need some temps though. At least up to the upper mid 60s. It's better than nothing. It's 3.5 seconds better immediately.
8.184.
Progress.
Flat for you.
Gotta do something dumb here so I can get a good thumbnail for tomorrow. Any ideas? I'll go stay off of that. Float one. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I've got that's the thumbnail I have for tonight. It would be cooler for if it was wet, for sure. You mean just like go full speed and just blast it over one of the chicanes? I'm here for it. Let's see if we can do this right. Oh, hell yeah. Love it. Oh yeah, almost a little more than 5 seconds. 2:06. Alright, now we're making progress. Come on, turn. I hope there's no real damage there.
No expected change in condition. We got damage on the front end.
Maybe I'll get it from the right side or the left side of the car. Oh my god, get back on the track. Alright, we're gonna yeet it on over this thing. Not this one. Alright. Let's do it. I think we'll do it at 3 and 4. I think that's got a bigger sausage curve on it.
22.778.
Yeah, it definitely does. This could go horribly wrong. We don't really want to hit the first apex, we want to hit the second one. Oh god. Well, that's not gonna work at all. Holy sh...
You cut the course, you gotta slow down and give up that time.
Okay. Is that the thumbnail right there? Where was I at my highest? Oh, good stuff. Alright, let's see. Oh man, wrong way. Zoom out a little bit. What am I doing? Wrong direction. Here we go. It's not too much damage. Can't really tell unless you know what you're looking for. Some sparks. There might be one tire on the ground. I like to get the improper stuff in there a little bit more. I wonder what it looks like from the side or from the rear. Oh gosh, these cameras, man. I'm not very good at this. I think I would be after all the freaking videos I've done. Let's do this. I hope this is good because I don't want to have to go the other way. I think that'll work. The iRacing at the bottom. It'll be one of these. I can take another one here. Cool. Kind of wild. It's not as obvious. It's wet in this one. Cool, cool. Alright, well that'll be one of the two. I'll pick one and make a thumbnail before I log her off for the evening. But yes. Let's see. Cool. Alright, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for me. Thank y'all for hanging, watching. Had a lot of views tonight, a lot of likes, got some new subs. Loving it. Appreciate y'all for that. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow night with the league race here in the wet. Super competitive group. It's going to be insane. I will put a pending video up here shortly, but 9ish Eastern tomorrow night. If you're interested, I'll be here. So thank y'all for watching. My man, thank you as well, and I'll see y'all later. Deuces.